Hi guys, my name is Taya. Today I would like to speak with you how to grow your child if you only one parent and don't have a full family, don't have a husband and wife and full pictures and for example for your child. I saw more and more lately that family not full, it means don't have a mom and dad, only mom most of the time, that growing kids. And what I do my research analytics, what I kind of interesting long time ago, maybe last even 20 years, to look and see what is results when parents full have mom and dad, and if mom only one who growing up child. It doesn't matter it's a boy or it's a girl, we will speak about both. It's my personal opinion. I'm not criticized. Everybody have their own story. Everybody have their own background. Anybody have rights. So if you want to make a comment and share your story, go ahead, click. But same time, I just want to see and share my observation, what I see. First of all, it's very unfortunately that a lot of family not full. And sometimes you have a question, what be best for the child? Yeah, so when people go to divorce, most of the time courthouse and judge ask and see who give more time with child for mom or dad, because they see the best interest for the child, what they can see from the eye, from the results, from material, for observation, for proof. And in their opinion, they give much more time with parents who will do the best for the child. Yeah, but what is the best for the child? To have a full family that can have addiction, alcohol, drugs, gambling, and etc. Or you can have not full family, not stressed out parents, like maybe one mom, or maybe just that not destructive, because mom cheating and go and sleep around with a lot of men. So what the best for the child? Let's speak about this. Yeah, because we think maybe it's be much better if you have a both family, like both parents in the family, or you won't have balance stable but one child, one parent, sorry, and have maybe chance even to meet second half in the future, maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years, 14 years, 15 years, forever. But your parents that will be next to you, they will be much more stable emotionally, and this is very, very, very important. So I saw, I gave you a few, for example, like one family that growing up boy and one family that growing up girl, and what is kind of different. So, and also I share my personal story, how I was growing up. If you're interested, stay here on the video. For me, for example, I saw the family that one mom growing up the son, and this son was only one son, only one grandson, only one child, and situation is happened, life has happened, and that child grow without that. And of course, everybody in the family try to protect him, try to give him everything the best, attention, times, of course, toys, million toys, that in my personal opinion, it's not necessary, because to have a bunch of toys, it's not that make your child better person or teach anything. So that child was super spoiled. Like, for example, when I was 5 years old, I hear that they have gigantic toys jeep in the house, and that child only play one time, have attitude, and maybe just go in the street and drive this pickup, maybe, I don't know, like 5 minutes. And that was spent 5,000 in this toy. Everybody, grandparents, mom, everybody works so hard, few jobs, burning out, completely exhausted, but just give last penny to the child. For the 5 years birthday, spend 5 grand, kiss, and on the end, that toy was just hold it and was trash and waste money. When this boy growing up, and I saw that completely uncontrollable emotion, uncontrollable anger, no disciplines at all. And when mom tried to have any like a sport or interest, that child was not interested. Besides, of course, only video games. Only video games, only focus on the games, no school, no discipline, no sport, no nothing. And in my opinion, when I saw the boy, and that boy was not aggressive, was very, very smart, and I sit and just have observation and like, you know what? I can give suggestion that the child maybe need to go for some painting because love architecture, like to play Lego, and maybe he will be future architecture if you invest. So a lot of parents give child to the some sport that they want to go when they was kids, when they missing, or maybe they like it, maybe they was fanatic, but it's not what gift your child have. You need specifically look what gift of your child. Maybe your child have a gift to play piano, maybe your child have a gift for painting, maybe your child have, I don't know, be a doctor and just go and, or botanic and go and look at everything and kind of how it's work, how is the body, like looking every insects and etc. So you need to see what type of gift your child and listen, because kids will speak to you, but you just ignoring them. You go, you run away, you burning out, you try to make money, you try to make living, and again, nothing wrong with it because you need to pay the bill. I'm not criticizing, but you need to pay attention to your child when they're growing up and what they need. And of course you need to have disciplines, because every kids only want to play, all these kids only want to have a video game, and it's it. So you need to see what behind the gift. And what do you think? This mom just don't listen, and she like, oh, you know, I think I will give for the karate or boxing. And like boxing, he's like vegetable lasagna, he will be beaten and lost his mind. Like, do you want to have disability child later? Why do you give on the boxing? First of all, I don't think, my personal opinion, again, everybody have their own opinion. If you have opinion, make a comment below. But I don't think it's boxing or professional sport, it's really healthy for the kids. So she tried to grow the man and give to the boxing, and after like few lessons he ran away. She tried to play, give to the class where is the chess, run away. For dancing, run away. For English, run away. And that child also won't play only video game. Never go to the painting, never go to architecture, never go to anything that he really, really gifted. And of course, because it was not enough discipline, not enough, was only spoiledness, because this mom only feel like, I need to give the best, I need to give the best. Oh, I'm so sorry because not full family, or because he growing up without that. And grandparents, I'm not against grandparents. Grandparents very, very good if they have stability and open mindset, because sometimes grandparents can damage a child much more than help. Yes, you can have a free nanny if your parents want to help, and it's always welcoming. They always can share their story, they always share their background and kind of teach what they go through, because if you not learn history, you will repeat your history. Yeah, but they can protect what they did, what mistake they make, what lessons they learn. It's great opportunity that your child will be educated. I'm very big fan if grandparents spend time with kids and grandkids. But if they start to be too much spoiled, it's like, we don't go there. Thank you. Love you so much by the distance. And for me, when grandparents feel, why they start to spoil? Because right now they have much more time, they have much more money, they're much more stable, they have a time, and they feel sometimes maybe sorry that they not invest or give to the child. Right now they try to reimburse everything to grandkids and give all stuff, time, energy, attention, support in the classes, support and show up in sport, because like, and kids like, you did not show up when I play the game, when I play basketball, or why I play sport forever. And I now it's kind of very good in growing up ego, but same time, um, your grandparents start to put nose a lot and kind of start to have change and pressure. I will say, microflora in a family, or tradition in a family. Yeah. So for me is, when grandparents start to push too much, you need to have your boundaries and say, I will accept only good, but I will not accept something that it's too much spoiled, too much no disciplines, and all this game about I'm bad cop, you good cop, and after if something happened, child go and complain to the grandparents, and you just everything give it to. Oh, you need to have a money, of course, secretly grandparents give the money and send Zelle or forever, or give a cash that parents did not know. Let's start to secret. By the way, about secrets, you need to teach your kids never have any secrets from you. It's why you need to be adequate, you need to be open mind, you need to build a relationship with your kids, that your kids know, okay, I'm safe, my house, my parents house, it's like my most protected area, my castle, I'm most safe, I can speak any subject, any language, any trouble, any my goals, tradition, style, fantasy, forever, dreams, and be accepted. It's very, very important that child spit it out. Not in the street, not in the school, not for the teacher, not for the mentor. By the way, I'm not against the mentor, because I do have my own mentors. And but you need to have relationship with your parents very, very well done. And for me, parents also need to be sometimes slow down, stop, and just listen, okay, and have observation what's going on, what your child wants. So what happened is, with this child, this boy growing up, and he did not have any discipline, he did not have any interest in the school. Mom was super exhausted because worked few jobs, tried to handle bills, and that boy growing up just like a weed. And school was so terrible, only like D and F. So that it was not good, no bueno at all. And because no discipline, of course, bad degrees, mom to try like, oh, you know what? It's because public school. Let's move to the private school. Pay to the private school. Of course, need to move more, push more, work more for the one child. For most spoiled child, rotten spoiled. And what do you think? Nothing changed. Nothing. Environment changed, but kid don't know. Okay, you know what? I think we need to go to the private college. Okay, we give money to the private college. Again, what changed? Nothing. Only bills go up, stress go up, less rest in your life, much more headache, much more problem. Child better? No. And that child was back to different, because he was almost kicked out from the college. So he back to the private school and was almost kicked 5 times in 3 years. So need to pay, bills is growing, stress is growing, but nothing was changed. And on the end, that child finished the school, and what do you think? Not even go to the college, not go to university, not go anywhere. And it's it. It's just like, I will go and work. with no education. For me is, I will not blame anybody in this video. I will not criticize in this video. And a lot of people maybe in the comments will say that mom did the best and grandparents did the best. But I think you can have a both side. Yes, one side, of course, like mom, grandparents, and all environment try to do the best for this kiddo because feel sorry that he grew with no dad and he did not have, for example. But I think other side, it's very easy to play victim, very easy to play victim and say like, oh, you know what, because don't have a dad, so it's what happened. I think like spanking need to happen and disciplines need to happen, and be stronger with your child. If you see in a store right now, I'm really shocking when you go and have a grocery and child just screaming and yelling and lie down on the floor because one have toys or chocolate or something and mom cannot afford, and mom trying to negotiate. That is not even question. That it's not even question. You don't need to treat your child like a doll and try to negotiate it like a business partner or the client. Child is a child. Put him down on position and status that is child and respect. Because if you not make this decision, if you not step off like a parent, okay, you miss. You snooze, you lose. But life will teach you in a very, very hard way. Life will never skip. Or other people will teach behavior. So how do you want? Do you want to have your child just like a lizard and just do what they want, or it's it? So was experience, I forgot what was university, but they have 30 years research in kids that was growing up, and one of the group was that parents did not say no. They tried to negotiate, they tried to understand, they tried to speak with them, they tried to buy everything for them. And on the end, they were shocking because they're like, oh, you know what? If parents did not have disciplines, if they did not have correct, strict rules in the house and kind of be very kind of rude, like in the prison, if they have much more flexibility, if they give them choice, if they negotiate with them, kids will have less stress and after they will have a better life. They were so shocked. After 30 years research, they make publish it that they failed. They really failed. And professor, they make this research. He feel and he give interview and he said that he was very very disappointed because these kids like invalid. They like really almost like disability kid because they don't know how to be in social. They have a trouble to find a job because they don't know how to be social and manage their life. They have a problem to be in environment and have their own voice. Only they can yell. They did not have any patience. They cannot explain what they want specifically, clear, by structure. They know only how to demand and yell, and it's it. They did not know how to hear or listen. They did not have the skills because only people listen them, parents only listen them and try to please them and lick their butt, and they was fired all the time. They always have a crime and arrested. They start to have from a lot of stress, addiction, alcohol, drugs, video games, and pornography. Later they was arrested, and because they arrested they have addiction, and from addiction they have a lot of stress and they cannot handle, so they go for antidepressant, and a lot of time they have suicide, and they cannot build it up relationships, so life is ended because if you not have relationship you do not have a kids, you do not have your legacy to growing up. Your family is ended, finished. And that it was shocking, really, really shocking, that they fail in 30 years. And right now, what to do with these kids? What experience? What a life. Life has a sense of humor. Other story that they have, it's a girl that also growing up without dad, and she have a lot of energy. She opposite from this boy. She have a lot of energy. She growing, and my observation, if girl have so much energy, she need to go to the sport. You cannot just put her and sit and like, hey, you can go and painting, you can have macrame, you can sit and read a book, or you type a book that you will be writer in the future. You need to be careful, because if you have a lot of energy, you need to let this out, let this go, because one day it will be blew up, this volcano, and that will be no bueno, no bueno. And for me also, need to be careful what you will choose for your kids. Like, for example, when I growing up, I have a lot of energy. Oh my gosh, I was like a tornado. It's unbelievable how much energy I have. I even still have right now energy, and I'm like right on the fire, let's go in 1 second. But when I growing up, I was interested in sports, so I want to go to karate, I went for boxing, and my parents like, no. My mom specifically, she tried to grow me like a lady. She tried to teach me how to cook. She tried to teach me how to have a skirt and dresses and not be aggressive. She tried to grow me like a lady. And I was like tomboy. Always energy, a lot of running, sprinting, running, bicycle like a crazy, sport, tourism. And my mom tried like, oh, you need to go for the dancing. Like, I hate dancing. I run away in like 5 minutes. I run away from this class. I don't want dancing. First of all, I'm not with good for partnering. I'm only wolf alone. I'm the boss. I'm the leader. I cannot negotiate. I cannot go in a group. So I can lead a group, but I cannot share. So you don't need to pressure your child to share something. So I don't want to have a partner. I don't want to have a dancing. I want to go and I want like boxing or something else, for example, or I want to have a karate. My mom tried to go and take me to the school to play piano. 5 minutes later, whew, I'm gone. So because parents not paying attention, and they give me a lot of disciplines. I was growing up in an army town, so for me is I need to read a book every single day, minimum 7 pages, minimum. And I was like 5 years old when I went to the school. So because of discipline, I have my energy out, and this it's motivate me, it's built me very strong, it's take me to the life that I was ready. When I was 5, I went to school. When I was 9, I had my first job. When I was 16, I go to university. And right now, I will have my fourth diploma, university, master degree. So for me is how parents invest in child. It will be completely different for each other. And I will cut it off video game 100%. It's my personal opinion. If you disagree, make a comment below. Or if you want to discuss something, you also can go to timemanhattan.com for have consultation and discuss with me this. Or you can share your story in the comments also. I will be interested to hear. Also, I would like to speak a little bit about private school, because a lot of people, a lot of parents think like, oh my God, okay, right now we will go and spend ton of money that not make any sense for me personally again, to the private school. I was growing up in a super small environment. We have only 14 people in a class, 7 girls and 7 boys. It's it. And again, right now I will have my free diploma from university, a master degree. I'm twice engineer, and right now I'm psychologist. So for me is I did not think that I am less educated than somebody who goes to the private school and pay ton of money. Did not make any sense. I know a lot of story. I have a friend that few families that they go to homeschool and they have 4 5 kids. They love homeschool, and now the parents like, you know what, you started now with teenagers, so you need to be much more social. You need to go and start to build it up your networking or something and kind of be more social. We play the game, you teenager, you start to have hormones. And what do you think? After a few days, kids run away from the school and say, no, we don't want it, because we have much more control our lives. So they already have correct mindset. They're already business oriented because parents business oriented. They run the business. They see good, for example, and have observation very nice. They did not have any all the stress. They did not have any bullying. They did not have any addiction. They did not have a drug stuff. And they control their own life. They pick it up and live how they want it. And they're like, okay, you know what? We wake up in the morning, we have our homework, and after lunch, we're completely free. By 12 o'clock, we're completely free. We can do everything we want. We can go and play frisbee. We can go and have a picnic with you. We can go and shopping, mom, with you. And it's like lovely. So kids do not have any stress. They did homework. They have disciplines. But again, parents need to do this start, this foundation. If parents did not care and don't have time for the kids, everybody will pay price, kids and parents too. So for me is how is real life will teach you and growing up your child. Because for me, for example, I didn't go to the public school. Some people go to the private school, and I hear from my friends and what I hear from other, I also meet the teachers and I ask them how it's going on, what education system, how it's working. And public school, the same thing. If you don't want to study, doesn't matter, you will go to the public school, you will go to the private school, college, homeschool. If your child don't want to study, doesn't matter where it go. It's first of all. Second one, doesn't matter how much money you will pay for the private school, 30 grand, 35, 50 grand, 100k. No, if you pay 100k, I'm sure you will beat the ass, and they will have a different discipline and mindset. But for me, again, I have a few people that pay $25,000 to $35,000 for the year, every single year for the school. And for me, it's like blew my mind, because for me, it's not make any sense. And I did my calculation. For example, if you go to the private school and you pay, let's say, $25,000 for the year, and your child need to study 12 years, you will pay $300,000. Really? Really? $300,000, you can go and have homeschool or you can have public school and save this money. And when your child finish the school, 18 years old, 17 years old, you already can buy house, paid off, debit, credit, zero, mortgage, zero, stress, zero. And give like this gift for graduation of the school to your child, I think it's much smarter idea. Or just invest $300,000 for stock market or any market that you know, or for rent, for cash flow, forever. What is your portfolio? What do you think the best? What you educated? And your child by 20 or 25 years old will say thank you much more than for the for private school that also can be bullied, that also have a hard time, and don't even remember what's going on there in 5 years, and never come back to the school and hate the school and hate the teachers and etc. $300,000, people, just think about this number. Be smarter, make smarter decision for your child and for you, not wasting money, not make any sense. But if you have different opinion, again, click, 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 make your opinion, share where you go, private school, public school. What do you think about this idea? Let's discuss. Let's have this conversation in a comment. And if you, again, want to have a conversation with me, you always can go to timemanhattan.com, have this conversation with me also on consultation. But for me is a lot of parents that growing up child alone, they have a lot of mistakes, and later they will say, I will do my best. Maybe they are, but for me, when parents start to play, maybe they are, but when parents start to play victim, for me is question. You just don't want to have responsibility. You want to play victim, and it's the best position for you. For me, it's much easier. Go spend $10, buy condom, and don't sleep around with everybody who left and right and have wrong decision about what your partner is. Who is your partner with? Who you sleeping? And after, like, oh, surprise, surprise, I'm the pregnant, and after your mom alone or your dad alone and forever, or just like surprises happen and nobody want to marry you or something. It's again no criticism. Everybody have different story, everybody have background, but for me is please have correct partner with who you have a kids. It's most important, not even involved, most important, who next to you. What partner do you have next to you? What partner will go with you to anywhere? And it's from both sides, not always just for the woman, for the man too. Like they will give up, they run away, they will face it, how they feel fix it problem, how they will fix it financial situation or health situation or sicknesses or anything, lost a job or family member happen or maybe something with parents happen or whatever. Life give you sometimes surprises. So to have correct partner, it's the most important decision. Enough to have a healthy, grateful kids and do your best, because if you don't have a correct partner, just go and buy the condom. Save your life, don't have a stress, and same thing, like don't damage not just your life, don't damage life for your child, because if you're stressed out, if you're miserable, you will not give the best and favor for your child. I hope this video was helpful. I hope you like it. Make a comment, click, have a booking, and speak with you soon. Bye bye.